Donald Trump is at it again, making himself the center of attention in the most inappropriate and absurd way possible. Following the death of former President Jimmy Carter and the announcement that flags across the country would be flown at half-staff for 30 days, as is tradition when a former or current president passes away, Trump found a new conspiracy theory to latch onto. Unsurprisingly, it resulted in yet another temper tantrum. Posting on Truth Social, Trump wrote, "The rats are all giddy about our magnificent American flag potentially being at half-mast during my inauguration. They think it's so great and are happy about it because, in actuality, they don't love our country. They only think about themselves. Look at what they've done to our once great America over the past 4 years. It's a total mess." In any event, because of the death of President Jimmy Carter, the flag may, for the first time ever during an inauguration of a future president, be at half-mast. Nobody wants to see this, and no American can be happy about it. Let's see how it plays out. Make America great again. The narcissism here is staggering. Jimmy Carter's death and the long-standing American tradition of lowering the flag to half-staff have absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump. Yet, in his mind, even this somber moment is somehow a plot against him. Trump's reaction shows, once again, that he sees himself as the center of the universe. It's hard to imagine anyone else making a former president's passing about themselves, but Trump has managed to do it. This outburst also highlights Trump's insecurity. He styles himself as a tough guy, a so-called alpha male who represents strength and dominance. Yet, the simple act of lowering a flag to honor a respected leader is enough to send him spiraling into a public meltdown. It raises questions about just how fragile his ego really is. Trump's insecurity isn't new. He's had a long history of disrespecting traditions and leaders who didn't worship at his altar. Jimmy Carter wasn't one to cower before Trump, and that likely plays into Trump's disdain. Carter openly criticized Trump, stating that Russian interference influenced the 2016 election and questioning Trump's legitimacy as president. Carter's remarks struck a nerve, and Trump's inability to handle criticism is once again on full display. Trump demands loyalty, but offers none in return. He expects complete submission from others and reacts with hostility when he doesn't get it. Carter's refusal to bow down likely cemented Trump's bitterness toward him. This pattern has played out time and again, as Trump frequently lashes out at anyone who challenges him. This isn't the first time Trump has shown disrespect for American traditions involving flags and funerals. After Senator John McCain died in 2018, Trump had the White House flag raised to full staff just 2 days later, sparking backlash from Republicans, Democrats, and veterans groups. Under pressure, Trump relented and lowered the flag again, but his initial reaction spoke volumes. Trump even later complained that he didn't get a thank you for allowing McCain to have the funeral he wanted. This pattern of behavior underscores Trump's insecurity and lack of respect for those who don't show him unflinching loyalty. Republicans, who claim to value patriotism and strength, have tied themselves to one of the most insecure figures in modern politics. Trump's post also took aim at Democrats, blaming them for the state of the country over the past 4 years. But let's set the record straight. Trump left office with a disaster economy. Under his watch, 3 million jobs were lost, the economy contracted by 2.2%, and unemployment spiked to 6.3%. In contrast, Democrats added 16 million jobs, brought unemployment to a 50-year low, and oversaw record-high stock markets. Democrats passed landmark legislation that Trump only talked about, but never delivered. They passed a major infrastructure law, fulfilling one of Trump's biggest unkept promises. They capped insulin and inhaler prices at $35, set a $2,000 cap on out-of-pocket healthcare costs, expanded rural broadband access, and protected Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security from Republican privatization threats. Democrats protected veterans by passing the PACT Act, ensuring health care for those exposed to toxic burn pits. They championed clean energy and manufacturing investments, spurred by the CHIPS and Science Act, and passed the most significant climate protection law in history to ensure clean air, clean water, and a livable planet. Meanwhile, Republicans, under Trump's leadership, have struggled to even elect a Speaker of the House, let alone pass legislation that benefits everyday Americans. While Democrats have governed effectively, Republicans have spent their time pushing culture wars and conspiracy theories. Trump's attempt to rewrite history is laughable. The economic recovery under Democrats is undeniable. Trump wants people to forget the chaos he left behind and the progress made since, but the facts speak for themselves. While Trump is fixated on his perceived victimhood, Jimmy Carter's life stands as a testament to humility, service, and decency. Carter spent his post-presidency building homes with Habitat for Humanity, teaching Sunday school, and dedicating his life to humanitarian efforts. When asked what he was most proud of, Carter said marrying his wife, Rosalind, was his greatest accomplishment. He spoke about his long marriage, his growing family, and his love for teaching Sunday school. Carter embodied dignity and class throughout his life. Even as he reflected on his achievements, he remained grounded, emphasizing family, faith, and service. His legacy is a stark contrast to Trump's self-absorption and insecurity. While Trump uses every opportunity to stoke division and rewrite history, Carter's example reminds us of what true leadership looks like. Carter's humility and dedication to service stand in sharp contrast to Trump's pettiness and thirst for attention. As we reflect on Carter's legacy, it's worth remembering the values he championed and striving to uphold them. For those watching this, let this serve as a reminder to reject insecurity, selfishness, and divisiveness. Instead, let's embrace leadership grounded in humility, service, and unity. And if you enjoyed this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my book, Shameless, which dives deeper into the issues we face today. Thanks for watching.